Was that caffeine kicking in? A little bit. Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to another video here at Live the Trek. We're really excited because in this video, we're going to take you along for a walkthrough of an American factory right here in America producing American products. Super cool. We're going to do that here in just a second and talk really about concept of taking risk and what does that look like for each one of us as an individual, regardless of it's starting a business, maybe a new direction in your personal career, maybe starting a family, whatever it may be. I really believe that today's episode is really going to encourage you, challenge you, just show you a super cool walkthrough of how an American belt is made. We're going to go to a belt factory here in just a second. But before we do that, want to give you a quick campsite review. We've been staying in a lot of places that we've been really happy with, but we did have one that was kind of a dumpster fire. So, and that was in Ogden, Utah. We had to stay for 2 nights somewhere in between 2 spots that we had booked. And you found a place called what? Yeah,
it's called Willard Bay State Park. And it has a huge reservoir that's really pretty. That part was pretty, but the place we stayed was in the South Marina, and you couldn't see the reservoir from the spot.
When we pulled in, I was like, really, we're staying here for 2 nights? Now, it had full hookups, which is good, and it was pretty cheap, like $35 or something like that?
Yeah.
So that was a good part, but we were literally parked on like a blacktop parking lot. There were thistles everywhere on the ground. The kids, couldn't really walk around. Tommy was like, basically having to stay on the concrete the whole time. We had whiffs of like sewer coming at us a couple times throughout the time we were there.
I mean, that's all the bad stuff, but that was enough to not want to be there.
It was a layover. Like, I would not have wanted to go on a camping trip there ever. It was just a layover to get us to the next spot. It only took us about a month, but we finally
got our U.S. travel map up. Ta-da! And we thought this would be like a 5-minute process, but just like everything else in our lives with 2 little kids, it took us like 35 minutes, 40 minutes.
To put a sticker on the side of an RV.
So it was a very exciting event that took a really long time. I think I had to have a diaper change for Jude in the middle of it. So anyway, that's our lives right now, and that's usually why these videos are delayed.
Yeah.
When we try to get them to you.
Right. I mean, we were planning on filming this last night, putting it up Thursday, and by the time that sticker was up, it was already like pushing bedtime, then the kids going to bed. I mean, I was like, this is not happening tonight, or I'll be up until 3 a.m. trying to get this video posted. So it's just funny.
But I want to give a shout out to our friends Mike and Lucretia and their wonderful kids who gave us this travel map. So far, we've had 3 states to put on it: Colorado, Utah, Idaho, and Montana. Did I say 3 states? 4 states.
And you worked for a defense contractor doing math? Yikes. No wonder the American budget is all jacked up. I like getting right in the face of the camera. It just makes me feel more connected to you, the viewer. But guys, this next portion of the video, I'm just really looking forward to, and it's just really exciting to be able to take you guys along with us. And one of the things we want to do here at Live the Trek is challenge you, encourage you, and show you that a dream can become reality, regardless if it's us, packing up and hitting the road, or in this case, a dad of 5 starting out on his own and now creating a company that is employing about 60 people right here in America, makes everything right here in America, and it's Grip 6 and their friction minimalistic belts, which is what they started with, and then now they're going into wallets, American source wool socks. I mean, it was really cool. And so what was awesome in this portion of our lives and just our travels is that they're founded and based in Utah. And as we were going through Salt Lake area, which is where they're at, we had the opportunity to swing by their factory. And I know them and have a relationship with them through my other channel, Gideon's Tactical, where I've been using their belts for years. In fact, do you have their belts on?
The belt.
Yeah.
Right now.
Ashley's rocking one of their belts. I got one of their belts. I have like 3 or 4, and long before they ever like sponsored any content over on the other channel. And they became one of our first sponsors, and in fact, they're helping sponsor this video, so we will have a link in the description below for you guys, which is super cool. Go check them out if you're interested in this company that we're about to share with you. But what was awesome is that we got to go, and they just hosted us. I mean, they took care of Tommy, while the kids and Ashley and I got to go walk through the whole factory, just see how the whole process is made and what they do, all starting from scratch. And why don't you just share a little bit about the problem that the owner, getting to meet the owner, BJ, speak with him, hear his heart, and just why don't you share a little bit, babe, on the backstory, the problem that he faced by himself, and now has, in like under 5 or 6 years, created a company that is just exploding. So there was just a problem that BJ saw, and what was that problem, babe?
He saw that a lot of the toys that his kids had, he has 5 kids, and they were breaking a lot. They were cheap. They were not made in the U.S., and very few things he saw in the stores were made in the USA. And there's been just a decline in American manufacturing over the last decades. And he just saw this need to bring manufacturing back to the U.S. and to strengthen it.
Right, and so he had this idea for this minimalist belt, but he didn't want to manufacture it overseas. And so in less than 30 days, he got 10,000 orders on Kickstarter, and he then was like, whoa, I can't make 10,000 belts, like, you know, like that. So what did he do? You know, so he kind of reached out to some other companies found that are here in America to partner with him and kind of help him, you know, manufacture. But what was the answer they kept getting back?
He kept getting back that it's going to be cheaper to create them and manufacture them in China, and if you want to make a profit, you have to go to China to do it.
And he just didn't agree with that statement. And after a lot of hard work, and you can read the whole story on their about page portion on their Grip 6 website. But as he dug into it, I mean, he basically, with just a lot of man hours and a lot of help from some very small companies here in America, was able to get his orders done, the 10,000 done, get everything sourced, made, and manufactured right here in America, which was awesome. And because of the interest, but also the capability of the belts. I mean, I had one of their very first belts. I bought it very shortly after Kickstarter. I think I remember seeing the Kickstarter itself, and then I think I bought it shortly thereafter. I got it for like a Christmas gift, and I fell in love with that belt. I mean, it was amazing. And now they have so many different features, options, men's and women's, and it was just awesome to now see the not only human manufacturing side, you know, employing American workers. I know during the whole COVID crisis, when lots of companies were getting shut down or having to lay people off, they didn't have to do any of that, and they were able to keep all of their employees employed. And like I said, it's like over 50 employees that they currently have there. And it was just super cool to see that, because everything is done right here in America. They're not having to like have lag times because of material coming from overseas that was shut down through the pandemic. Everything was sourced right here in America, and that was just super cool to see. And then another aspect that when I was talking with him that was really cool is the wool side that I didn't even know about. You know, the wool manufacturing here in America has been on the massive decline. And if you notice, most stuff, if it's wool, it's either made, you know, in Asia or New Zealand. And there's almost nothing that says USA made, and it's made here with American wool. Well, again, he wanted to change that, and he has actually found it to be an uphill battle, but he is sourcing all of their wool sock material from the Colorado Rockies, or from the Rockies through Colorado and into Utah and that area, but small ranchers and farmers that are here in America, and the wool, you know, grown right here in America, which again is super cool. And I know you running the camera while I was doing camera work as well, but you're there with the boys and you're seeing this. How did this make you feel as a mother, and just having your children being so well hosted, but also just getting to see this happen?
It was awesome. I'm just really glad that the boys got to see how something is made, because normally we pull the drawer out and get some socks, and they think it came out of the drawer, but for them to see how each step of the process of at least the manufacturing part of it was really great, and to see how like it takes people putting in effort and time and working with their hands, or working on computers, working with robots to get things done, and that it's possible when you actually put effort into something, you can create amazing things. And I'm really glad they got to see that, and to see, you know, just hopefully they have an entrepreneurial spirit and want to go into something, you know, maybe have their own business one day, and just to see that it is possible and to see people doing it here in America. I love that.
Yeah. And so, as we kind of wrap up and want to encourage you guys, I do want to just say again, thank you to Grip 6 for not only hosting us, being a regular sponsor over on the other channel, creating an amazing product. Like, no joke, guys. They're my favorite socks that I now wear. I know you have several pairs, and that you're like, I love hiking with these and like using them and working out. But also the belts that I'm using have been Grip 6 belts for you. It's literally the only belts I took on this trip. I did not take another type of belt with me on this trip when we left Colorado. So that's how good they are. And I can't have like a plethora of belts. Like, yeah, I wear it sometimes. Like, it's got to be functional, work, and their stuff. And again, just all sourced here in America is awesome. So we will have a link in the description below. Go check them out. See what they have going on. Maybe they make a great gift item for somebody, or to put in your own rotation of clothing, and you know you're supporting a 100% American business. It's just ultra cool. And as we transition to kind of wrap it up with you guys today, just as we were thinking of doing this video and just wanting to present this, to show this to you with, and that we want to encourage you with, is that I believe each one of you has the potential to start something new, to take a risk. And you may never start, you know, a multi-million-dollar business with 50 employees. Maybe you will. I don't know. But I know each one of you have hopes, dreams, desires that seem impossible, and people will tell you no. That's what was so crazy to me in that story, is that he's going to other bigger, you know, companies here in America, and they're like, nah, can't do it. Can't do it here in America. Sorry, go overseas. That's the only way you're going to make a profit, and that's the only way that you're going to, like, you know, make it work. And it's just, we're not going to help you. And you will get that. You know, when you have a dream, when you have a hope or a vision, you're going to have people being naysayers or telling you it's impossible, or it ain't going to happen, or good luck. The only way you can do it is this particular way. And to not take no for an answer.
Yes, and just to be encouraged that, you know, you might not see results right away, but if you're constantly learning and trying to grow yourself and get advice around have a network of people supporting you, you're going to get somewhere. Even if it's not your end goal that you started with, I mean, you're still going to get somewhere.
And it will be harder. It will take hard work. Nothing worth doing is easy or cheap on your time. What we are doing, we absolutely every day we're falling more and more in love with it, and just enjoying it, like, every day, like, more. But it is freaking hard work, and you have to be okay with that. And going, you know what? And we were talking about that. I said, you know, yeah, it's a lot of work doing what we're doing. We were just talking about this weekend, and traveling and doing this. But it's like, our lives would be pretty, you know, status quo and ho-hum, and it's worth doing, and it's fun, and we're getting better at it all the time. And it would just be a different type of hard work with the kids at home. It would just be different, but it would still be hard work.
Yeah. We're realizing that there's not a lot of downtime with what we're doing, and we thought there would be a little more downtime and just relaxation time, but we also realized that our lives were crazy before, they're crazy now, but it's just where are we crazy?
Yeah, how do you want to spend your crazy?
Yeah.
And so
it's true.
Yeah, and this is how we want to spend our crazy right now. So, and we appreciate you guys coming along for the crazy ride on this crazy train. So, yeah, guys, that's it. Hopefully you have enjoyed this video. Hopefully it's been fun, entertaining. We invite you to subscribe. If you're not yet a subscriber, check out our last video popping up. We have another video coming real soon. It's really exciting, and it's going to be a good time. And check us out on Instagram as well. And so, guys, until next time,
get out there and live the trek.
Later.